Oh, man. These bamboozle rooms aren't so bad when it's just one attack. But man, when I get 2 attacks in here, it doesn't feel very good. It's weird how variable the number of hits are. Like for Gus. He has reasonably within the same dungeon hit once and hit 10 times. They're in Colorado Springs. Well, that's pretty dang close to you. So I would say that there's a good chance you'll have them tomorrow. Dang it. So congrats on almost getting your games option. Also, welcome. Happy Wednesday night to you. Good job, Gus. I'm a little disappointed that I'm gonna have to play Final Fantasy 3 and 4 with the weird graphics. I believe Trappist is here. He was talking earlier. He's usually, I think, making dinner around this time, so he's kind of here, but not really here, usually. Ooh, ouch. Yeah, for 3 and 4 option, I need to play the PC versions, which have the updated sprites. They don't have the old original sprites, basically. It's the newer, in my opinion, not as good looking versions of them, but they're the ones that are available to me. I actually I don't know if you can even get a copy of 3 with English translation. That's not the new version. So that one's kind of a foregone conclusion. Obviously, I could have played 4, like I could got Final Fantasy 2 for the SNES or something like that, but it's a lot harder to get a version of that for me right now. So I just went where it was easy to get. Easy and reliable and cheap is where I went. Which unfortunately means new graphics. So, not that big a deal. Not my ideal way to play through, but not a game breaker for me. Nice. I'm going to be making a trip to Sam's Club soon. Get myself some meat. Good job, Furion Spirit. Oh, I guess we'll have you cast it, because you've got mana to spare. Check out this bamboozle room. God. Why do I go in any room? Honestly. Out of the dozens of rooms that I've entered in this game, there have been, what? 2 maybe that have had stuff in them? Brutal. It's just brutal. One of the next purchases my wife and I want to get is either a freezer or a fridge. I'm thinking of a fridge, like a freezer on the top, but just a fairly cheap fridge to stick in our garage for storage of extra drinks, extra meat, and all that kind of stuff. You need to be keeping an eye out for good deals for that kind of stuff. Nothing fancy, obviously, just a storage unit. So we can like go to the store and purchase meat in bulk rather than 3 days at a time. I mean, you're not wrong, option. That seems like a pretty good goal, but I don't know. Every time I zone into a room and it's just empty. But the thing, I don't know if you know this option, but apparently when these small rooms have increased encounter chance. It's very rare that I don't get at least one, oftentimes 2 encounters in the 3 steps it takes me to leave the room. So, I don't know. Got a gold shield, diamond shield, and ice shield. Do we want a flame shield on somebody? Poison seems unused. We'll put a flame shield on you. Congrats, buddy. Furion, you can be immune to fire, I guess. Should have healed Maria. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah. However, fridges and stuff like that have to be put on hold. I was talking about this before, but my wife and I have been talking about getting a hot tub for a long time. A number of years, actually. I never pulled the trigger. Finally decided to do that today. Well, not today. Last weekend. So tomorrow I have electricians coming out to see the process about getting the wiring set up for that. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be nice to have. Obviously, right? Unfortunately, we probably won't live at this house for the long duration. And that's not really something you get your money back for. Which stinks. However, houses similar to ours in this area, a lot of them have pools. Which, installing an in-ground pool is way more money than we'd be willing to spend. Hey, Blink went up to level 3. That's good. I think I was going to stop there. So I'm hopeful that when the time comes to sell the house, because we won't be here forever, that'll help us be at more of a competitive advantage, or more a comparative advantage. I don't know what the right terminology there is, but we won't necessarily get more for the house, but when we have to sell the house, it'll sell quicker, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Whatever the correct terminology for that is, I don't know. Screamers. Anyway, all that to say that future purchases are going to be under scrutiny. Yeah, pretty much. That works, Trappist. Good backyard appeal. We have actually a really good spot for it in this house. In my opinion, anyway. It'll work out good. Yeah, these guys that cure us. I don't understand this enemy. This is probably the kind of enemy where I should just sit here and just hammer attacks into myself forever because they give me free heals. Exactly. It's one of those things, right, that, first of all, holy crap, the price variance for hot tubs is absolutely insane. I had no idea. I mean, I knew it was going to be an expensive purchase, but I had no idea. Like, if you wanted to get, like, a jacuzzi brand or something like that, holy butts, you need to spend some crazy, crazy money to get that kind of hot tub. We did not. We did not spend anywhere near that kind of money. But it's one of those things, right? And similar for pools. Like, when we were looking for houses, we actually didn't end up picking one of the houses that had a pool, obviously. But it's one of those things that's like, you know what? I don't think that I'd ever want to install a hot tub slash pool slash whatever. But if you're going to buy a house that already has one, that's pretty nice then. Icing on the cake. I'm going to go get that treasure chest, but it's not going to be anything useful. Keep leveling haste. Because we are starting to get fairly close to Ultima. I'm probably at this point just going to have Furion start focusing again on weapon attacks. Although, he's working on spears. I'm almost wondering if I should swap out his shield and have him do a spear and a sword, so that regardless of which one he ends up using, his, that's going to tank his evasion a lot. That's the problem with this. Not having a shield. He's going to get hit a lot more frequently. But if I want to make sure that his weapon skills are up, I should be working on both of them. So we'll keep this. I don't know at what point I'm going to just start ignoring haste again. I don't know. He's got the Ancient Sword, which damage-wise is awful, but that's the one that puts a curse on hit. It's okay, I'm not really using it for the damage anyway. The Blood Sword, though, sounds pretty sweet. Maybe I'll start using that. The Revenant. Oh gosh, he hit for 666. Get her out of the party! I get to the point where I was comfortable enough with my attacks. I might at some point just have Gus start dual wielding as well. Just do all-out offense. It's a possibility, right? I mean, most of the boss fights and everything already end pretty dang quick. I could potentially look at doing something like that. Alright. Ancient Sword. Not Mithril Sword. What about Blood Sword? Sword that steals foes' vitality. Jeez Louise. That go. Why does that drop? This is actually worse? The Ancient Sword's actually better than the Blood Sword? Weird. Super weird. Okay. Well, now let's get ethers back on you and you, at any rate. He's at 7s. She's at 7 as well. I could theoretically actually put Ultima on Maria. He's at 8. He's almost at 9. It's so weird that it has no stat gains. Nothing from intelligence or spirit. That's so weird. Maria already does a crap ton of damage. When she finds the right elemental attack. Still not as much as Gus, though. I don't know. Spells, in general, so far feel kind of underwhelming. I can't say that, actually. I can't say that spells are underwhelming, because there have been numerous times when for as much damage as Gus deals, he hits things for 0. Inexplicably, they're like immune to physical damage, and Gus does nothing, and Maria carries the party. So I guess I can't really say. Magic is useful. As far as what's weird, I was just commenting the way that Ultima works. That has no effect on caster stats. have no, or caster stats have no effect on it. It's weird. I was wondering, because right now, Furion has 7 skill for both spears and swords. And Maria has 7 skill for her dagger. And Gus is almost at 9 with his axe. So I was thinking, well, I could put it on Furion, which I was thinking, but maybe I could just put it on Maria. I could maybe do that. It's just every bit as strong as Furion is right now. And obviously Gus is... Well, Gus already does a ton of damage. That's just a bad idea. Also, I don't know at what point I'm done with haste. Do I want to stop at level 3 or do I want to go all the way to level 4? I forgot, you'd said Flare. Flare is in the game, so no. Maria will have Flare. Furion will have Ultima. Or Gus. But not Gus. A backstab. I would just feel dirty for giving Gus the strongest spell in the known world. The dude can't even talk in coherent sentences. He should not be given the power of the Ultima Scroll. It just feels wrong. Plus, then when he turns into a Werbeaver and kills my party, he's going to have Ultima to throw at me. And we don't want that. We don't want that. We found the Finn Castle sewers. I appreciate it. Have fun with the wife option. Wife time is important. Gus, the strongest there is. Exactly. Exactly. I know most of you guys are watching these VODs live, obviously, since you're all here. But I'm making it a point. Historically, I have not been great about getting VODs up and stuff on YouTube. But for this series run, I have and will continue to make it a point to get everything up on YouTube. And as requested by other people, broken down into 30-minute chunks. So if you ever need to catch up for whatever reason, you can do that. You avoid commercials and all that kind of crap that comes with Twitch. Although YouTube probably has commercials too, so... I don't know, I guess you're screwed either way. Good old ads. Someday, if I make it to partner, I can turn off ads for subs and stuff like that. A Rauchel dagger. A Rauchel dagger. Well, that's almost certainly stronger than the main Gauche, but the main Gauche gave us evasion, so we're not probably going to equip that on Maria since she doesn't actually use the dagger that much. This is a good time to throw on the old Blink. Yeah, I just... We have not been saving. Bolt. We could be in trouble. We could be definitely in trouble here. I'm curing her miss. I need to level up Izuna. Isuna probably functions that, since it's a low level, it probably can't even cure that, right? Bolt 5. We got Bolt 5 and Fire 5 now. Blade 7. I really want to be able to keep Furion low so that he gets the hit points, but yeah, he would have been dead. So is Layla just done for the rest of the rest of the dungeon? she might be a statue for the rest of the dungeon because I don't have a soft or anything that, or gold needle or whatever they call it in this game. Like they're gold needles in this game, right? We're just screwed. We're just screwed. Oh no. Ether 1. Juju. Whiff. Yeah, I just don't have any. I might have one in my inventory actually. For the random one that I would have picked up. Maria casts a decent amount of magic in this fight, so maybe she'll get some MP out of it. Probably not, though. She didn't cast that much. Raise HP. Son of a bitch. Of course, no MP. Never get MP gains. So does stone persist? It does. Isuna. Does it work outside? It doesn't. I have a single gold needle, and I'm wasting it on Layla because I'm an idiot, essentially. Well, we're using all of our ethers, so I guess that's something. Save. Isuna 5. There's so many spells to level in this game. Oh, man. I have to say, I'm actually enjoying Final Fantasy II a lot more than I thought I was going to. I suspected going in that this is going to be the roughest one that I would have to play. Just because I knew the system was weird, and I knew that I didn't know anything about the system. I suspected that 2 was going to be a rough experience. And it's proven to be kind of true, but not nearly as bad as I thought. I'm enjoying it a lot more than I thought I was going to. But man, I am looking forward to starting 3. For real. Yeah, I expected 2 would be the hardest. 3 would probably be the next toughest. Mostly because they're different and I hadn't played them. I don't know. Who knows? I'm probably like super far off base for 3. But after that, well, and that's fair, but I haven't played the NES version anyway, so I won't know the difference. The only comparison I'll be able to make is how similar it is to the job system in Tactics. And 5, although I don't remember 5 as very well, because I've only played through 5 once. Okay, we got Haste level 3. I will probably keep working that and just try to hit level 4 so I can be done with it. And leave it at... Wait, where's the stairs? Oh, there's doors. Holy shit, that's a lot of doors. Damn it, game. It's... The developers take a perverse amount of pleasure in giving you 10 doors to choose from, and only one of them has something in it. So, by way of public service announcement. I don't know if you guys like comics, and if you like comics, I don't know how you feel about Spawn. But there's currently a Humble Bundle up that gives you the first 20, I think it's the first 20 origin collections for Spawn, like the big, beefy, 160 whatever pages comic books. The first 20 of those, which may be all of them, I don't even know. Anyway, and I think 2 or 3 other collections of Spawn comics for 15 bucks, which is an insane price if you like Spawn comic books. So it was an instant purchase for me. It's going to take me a long time to get through that many of them. But I'm a fan of comics and I'm a fan of Spawn, and having that many of them is a no-brainer for me. I mean, hell, if you're in a bookstore and you tried to buy those, each individual book's probably going to cost you 40 to 50 bucks. Hang on, I'm just going to have you use Ether. FKR, the boy. I don't know what that means, Travis. Small penalty in your stats after changing jobs. Interesting. Is that a temporary penalty, or you take a permanent stat loss every time you change your jobs? That's weird. And they added that to the remake. Weird. I wonder why they would do that. Well, yes, and for the boy, someday, I probably wouldn't have him start out reading Spawn comic books right from the very beginning. Seems like not the best choice for introduction to comic books. Not that Spawn's too terrible bad or whatever, but I mean, the opening book, the first thing he does is save a girl from being raped, so also probably not the best thing to be exposing my 6-year-old son to. But someday, yes, absolutely. Dun, 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 dun. There's no boss here. The White Mask. We're out of here. Temporary. Okay, that's fine. As long as it's temporary. I thought it was a stacking penalty or whatever. I'm like, that's awful. Gets rid of any sort of desire to explore. Try out different classes and the like. Yeah, we'll see. I guess the other game that I played was, what was it? Bravely Default, right? I only played the first Bravely Default. I did not play Bravely Second. Although I own Bravely Second, so I should probably play it at some point. But that had a job-based system that I liked quite a bit too. We shall see. I'm looking forward to it. I think the job system is neat. Allows for a lot of customization, obviously. I think I left my ship down by Altair, right? Yeah. Now I gotta go to Mysidia, which the fastest way is from over here, right? I do believe. Let's save. Now we know that manta rays are deadly. I want to pull Steve Irwin if I can help it. Again, that already happened to us once. Alright, 9 hits. These things have a lot of hit points too, damn. Curse 8. God, poison 16? Am I dead? Holy butts. Holy butts. Alright, why don't you just go ahead and die, thank you. That's better. Maria, congrats on the hit points. Right. Which is why it made it hurt so bad, but... Ugh. Look at Maria. She really is a superstar. Almost the highest hit points. Highest mana. No, it's the cross, right? The cross is what gets rid of Curse. I should have done that on Furion first. Whoops doodles. Well, I don't think I have another cross, so... Is this the right way? No, it's a little bit further down, isn't it? Yeah, shit. I shouldn't have parked my ship up there. That was the wrong place to park my ship.